live.
Is
We
it
are
that
live.
time? Is it that time again?
We are live, motherfuckers.
Welcome.
Hi.
To This Is Real
Hello,
Life.
hello.
This is reality.
Life. We are live. Hello, hello, hello.
This is Ish over here.
Hi, this is Tony over there.
And we are Syrup in the Fridge.
We are Syrup in the Fridge. We are live, people. We are live.
This is episode 794.
Oh, yeah.
And
brought to you by Fish Sticks.
Brought to you by Fish Sticks. Today's episode on June 2nd, 2022 is brought to you by the Tambourine.
Tambourine. We got timbers, we got reens, we got tambourines.
What's really cool, what's cool about the tambourine is that you can just hit it, or you can like shake it back and forth and like do like a little metronome. You can hit it on like your leg.
I like that shit. I like to hit it on my leg. I like a little metronome hit.
And check this one out, Ish. This is a cool one because you can attach this onto your hi-hat. That's how I like to use it. So whenever the hi-hat claps itself up and down as the drummer, you're also getting a little jingle jangle. And I love me some jingle jangle. You know what I mean? So
we love some jingle jangles.
Yeah.
Also, Christmas time is here. It's not. But
welcome to Christmas time. It's June 2nd.
It's June 2nd.
It actually probably could not be any further from Christmas right now.
Christmas time right now.
I think this is like the furthest date it could be from Christmas.
You're
probably.
right. It's actually Halloween.
Yeah.
Yo, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yo, real quick
God
shout out to
bless
Halloween.
Us, everyone.
Yo, why is it that that's always been the best holiday? Like that's
because
the one,
candy.
Because candy, and also
Give
because
me candy.
like dressing up, pretending to be something you're not,
dress up
being
to be
ridiculous.
Candy.
You know what I mean? I took the candy getting so seriously as a child that me with my friends we'd meet up, and we would print out maps. Of the local neighborhood, and we would divide up which areas we wanted to hit and like how like we wanted to zigzag through the neighborhoods. And I remember one year I came home with 19 pounds of candy.
That's a lot of candy.
It was so heavy I could barely walk with it. I had so much candy. It was insanity.
You did the thing.
Yeah.
I remember there was like certain places that we would go to, and they would give like the full-size candy bars. Or there were sometimes where they give us money. They give us like $1 or $2.
That's cool.
And like I'm a little ass kid, so that goes a long ass way.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, ooh, give me money, give me full size candy bars, give me all that shit.
Than those,
I love it. I absolutely loved it.
Better than those old butterscotch candies that have been lying in your grandmother's cabinet for decades.
Yep. So, and they're like melted to the wrapper. Hate it.
No, thank
you.
It. And how about pretzels on Halloween? Do you think pretzels belong on Halloween? Because technically that's not candy, man.
No, the pretzels do not belong on Halloween.
That's not candy. I'm not interested. No, thank you. No healthy options here. Thank you very much.
No, fuck that shit. Get out of here. Get out of here with that.
Speaking of Halloween, welcome to June 2nd. 2022. A couple of things.
Damn right it is.
A lot of things are going on in the world.
Damn fucking right. It's the 2nd of June, motherfuckers.
Welcome.
It's almost summertime.
Almost summertime.
If you're in New York, it's summertime.
It is summertime.
It's summertime. It's been hot as fuck. Humid. It's been moist. It's been all of the things. I do not like it. I don't like it.
It is very hot.
I am a fall baby. Yep. I like the fall weather. We haven't had fall or spring in a very long time.
A nice cool breeze wouldn't kill anyone, would it?
It would not. But here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
And yet
we only get really hot or really cold. There's no in between anymore.
Right. And it switches just when you least expect it.
Yeah, it's like fucking taking a shower, you know? It's hard to get the right temperature.
Yes, so
and you're like, I fucking burn myself. Or, shit, it's too cold.
Or either too hot or too cold in the beginning.
Do you start off burning and then work your way down, or do you start off cold and work your way up?
I start off burning, working my way down.
I start off burning and work my way down as well.
That's
tough. The right way.
Yeah.
That's the right way.
Absolutely.
You gotta burn yourself first, and then work your way down.
Cleanse yourself from all your sins.
Yes, all your sins.
All the bad shit you did.
Yes. Some people just like that burning shit, you know? They just like to melt away their flesh in the shower and just be skeletons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And wash their bones.
I understand.
I don't understand that.
I understand because like it's almost like being in like a spa, like a jacuzzi for too long.
Ooh.
You almost like get used to it and don't realize how incredibly hot it is at that point that you're boiling yourself.
Oh, I like a good boil.
I do like a good boil.
Do you like to be boiled in oil?
I would like to be boiled actually in butter.
Oh, in butter.
Yeah, I would. I'm a big fan of
salty
butter, mildly salted if possible. Speaking of mildly salted if possible, welcome to Pride Month, everyone. Happy Pride Month. This is June.
Pride Month. We're getting salty, everybody. Yeah. We're getting salty. You see this rainbow? We representing over here.
So
if you're not down with the shits, you know? Fuck off. It's 2022. So, it's 2022. Everybody is everybody. Represent your set. Represent your thing.
Represent. Syrup in the Fridge is a all-inclusive place, and we
all-inclusive.
Do not exclude anyone.
Not a damn person.
And we might offend your musical tastes, and if we hope that that's the fullest extent of offense we will give you.
Because we hate everyone. No, just kidding. We love everybody.
If you've ever seen a musical community, you will never see a tighter group of people that all look different, talk different, are from different areas, believe in different things, but yet they all coexist. Different ages, different everything.
Music has no boundaries.
Exactly.
Music is music.
It's the great connector.
Everybody equally.
And it helps to remind everyone that we are all equals, because that's the conversation that we cannot stop. We need to keep having this conversation.
Ain't nobody better than nobody.
One more time.
Ain't nobody better than nobody.
That's exactly what I thought you said. And
ain't nobody.
I would vote for that. I would vote for you.
Thank you.
I would vote for you.
Vote for me 2022.
Yes.
Ain't nobody better than nobody.
Writing in Ish over here from Syrup in the Fridge.
Ain't nobody better than nobody.
Because we all qualify for it now anyway.
We all qualify, yes.
So we have a beautiful day in music.
We do. We got a lot of music for you.
We got a lot of great things.
Yeah, buddy.
Back to the ground rules. We are an all-inclusive community, so just please nothing profane or offensive towards any cultures or people.
No hate will kick you out. Fuck all that shit.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're getting at.
Fuck all that shit.
No hater will kick you out. We are not affiliated with any record labels, musicians, people. We're not making any money off any of this.
It's just us. Yeah, unless you want to send us some money to help us and fund stuff.
Accept
and
donations.
Then if you do that, then we can make merch maybe in the future, donations. And then we can give back to you if you give to us, because it's about building a community and we give back to each other.
Exactly. Yeah, very good. Yeah, well said. And
yes.
So just know that our ideas are our ideas alone, and we're not relaying them from some other company or something.
Yeah, so don't steal our shit, please.
Also, please, yeah.
No, we did it. We did it first.
That's already a problem enough in the musical community.
Yes,
the whole stealing of things.
Please don't steal our stuff.
We are here to
try. We work hard for you.
We are trying to connect all of us together in what we hope to help us explain the gift and beauty of music together. Because
the gift and beauty of music.
Amen. And we never stop learning, which is the fun part. We're all just trying to learn this stuff together. So. We're going to learn some stuff today. But first, we're going to listen to music first.
Yeah,
we're going to get into the mood. Now,
let's do that thing.
Today we got a little playlist for you. If you happen to be feeling maybe a little melancholy, this is going to be perfect for you.
Right? Like we said, in New York, it's been raining for today and yesterday, past couple of days. It's been raining. And when there's rain, there is melancholy, moistness, and music. And we love... As we mentioned in previous episodes, we love good melancholy music.
Yep.
And we love a good rainy day as musicians.
More songs are written during rain than any other weather event.
Rain and sad times.
Yep.
Because it's easier to write a sad song than a happy song, because fuck them happy songs.
Oh, yes, you'll fuck happy songs.
Fuck happy songs. We're all about the sad here.
And speaking
We're all
of
about
that,
getting that emotion out.
Here's a playlist called... upbeat, melancholy, and it's a bunch of happy songs. So hopefully
you get it on Spotify.
Hopefully you like it. And yeah, then we're gonna talk about it. So let's listen to what is it? We got 5 bands coming up.
Yeah. We got a semi-prog, but not prog. But this is also nowhere near a prog song, but it's also prog because the rest of their discography does not sound like this at all.
Yeah, it's just random stuff.
But you probably know this song. It's Steely Dan. It's not that one Steely Dan song that you all know, but it's a Steely Dan song that you know. You heard it before. Probably
it's a good
on the radio. It's a good one. We're gonna start off with that. And we're going to end with Genesis, but it's not going to be the Genesis that you think, although it probably is.
Right, yes.
You probably just didn't know that it was Genesis, to be honest.
Absolutely. Genesis had a ton of hits, a ton of hits.
Yeah. They've been around.
Especially off their B-sides, you know what I mean? Like they're giving you singles to help make the label shut up, but then on their B-sides.
And they do their thing on the B-side. Yeah. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
So
we're going to do that.
Yeah, let's listen to
music. We're going to touch you with some music.
We're going to touch your soul. We're going to tickle your inner pickle.
Tickle your soul.
I mean, consensually, of course.
Yes, of course.
Very consensually.
This is episode 4.
Never
3,
touch anyone's
2,
soul
7
without consent.
Yes. Here we go.
Let's go.
This song is called Peg, which is what you do in the bedroom if you're about that life.
And if you are, we accept you too.
Yeah, get that pegging going.
I seen your picture. Your name in lights above it. This is your big debut. It's like a dream come true. So won't you smile for the camera? I know they're gonna love it. Peg. I like your pin shot. I keep it with your letter. Tomorrow. What's the name? What's the name? What's the name? What's the name?
That's all, peoples. That is all.
I am sticky.
Oh, I'm sticky too. That was very nice.
So
that was very nice.
6 songs.
Yeah.
With maybe like an overlying theme or lesson, perhaps, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But let's talk about some of the things we listen to. Let's also remind everyone that we're not here profiting off any of these bands, or nor do we know these bands. So
no, we don't know a single person.
We don't know any of these guys. We would love to.
We would love to. I would fucking.
We're only, it's because we're fans that we are listening to it. So anyway,
yes.
Welcome to our pirate radio station called Syrup in the Fridge podcast.
Syrup in the Fridge podcast coming to you live.
Where all positive energy is welcome here, and all negative energy can kindly see itself out. Okay.
See itself the fuck up out of here.
So
the fuck up out of here.
So. Welcome to New York, and
get out of here! I'm walking here.
We are based in New York City, and we all talk like that. In case you're not from New York, that's actually how we all talk.
That's
all
how
the
we
time.
Talk out here.
All the time.
We walk in here all the time.
Bagel. I want a bagel. I want a bagel with cream cheese. Don't toast the cream cheese.
What you doing out here?
I want the bagel not toasted. I want the cream cheese toasted.
Hey, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, and ketchup. Hey, come on.
Scooped out iBus and a coffee, however you like it, black, 2 sugars.
Yeah. All that.
So we let off with a band called Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan is weird because Steely Dan's recording process was unlike any other band's process. Steely Dan is essentially something, their methodology reminds me of what would happen many years later when 9 Inch Nails came out. And Trent Reznor would write this whole fucking thing, and then he would go out and find a band to play it. You know what I mean? But Steely Dan, which was 2 people, were doing a similar thing where they were constantly finding a band to record with, and every day in the studio they would bring in multiple bands, multiple groups of people to play the same song so that they could compare and contrast that. So anyway...
Which is fucking
meticulous.
Wild.
Let's just say meticulous.
Yeah.
Control. Oh man. So
well, I mean, hey man, you're just going through session people. Yeah. Session musicians just left and right.
Right.
That is Steely Dan. You also might know them from "Rolling in the Breeze."
Yeah, that's their probably
one
of their most overplayed songs. It's also
it's because it's got that fucking that dual harmony guitar solo part,
which is beautiful, and it's also
it's very catchy.
The drums is in a shuffle timing for the majority of the time.
Oh, and what do we know about shuffles?
So it makes it upbeat and exciting. It kind of almost simulates being on a horse. We used to be on horses before cars, and shuffles is very jazz. Shuffle is what drumming was for decades.
Love a shuffle.
Until rock and roll took the shuffle and removed the extra hits to make it straight hits.
Yep.
So when you incorporate the shuffle back into a straight rhythm, it's something that everyone likes because we've all heard it before.
Yeah. So, and then Bernard Purdie was like, yo, I'm going to do the shuffle and make it a little Purdie shuffle.
Bernard Purdie
he's a happy motherfucker.
Bernard Purdie was part of the recording process for this song that we listened to called Peg.
I can imagine that.
And
because he's so good.
He's so amazing. And if you haven't, if you don't know who Bernard Purdie is our Lord and Savior of drums.
Yes, he is.
And you need to go check him out right now because he's essentially like, you got a couple of giants out there like Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You got Bernard Purdie who loves his instrument so much. And he's really just like, he teaches you a lot of lessons, both like technique wise, but he teaches you how to be a person and love something. Because he's showing you that when you love your craft, you can connect to people. And when you can connect to people, now there's love in the air, you know?
He session drummed for a lot of Motown records. He was a Motown session musician.
Countless.
And also, right? We're going to do the controversial thing. We're going to mention it, right?
Yeah.
Fuck Ringo Starr. Majority of the fucking drums you hear, that's Bernard Purdie. You heard it here. That's ghost tracks.
Bernard Purdie ghost wrote
Bernard Purdie
a lot
writing all
of
that
drums.
Shit. Yo, twist and shout on those drums. That's Bernard Purdie.
Yeah, a lot of that.
That's Bernard Purdie. You can tell the differences between Bernard Purdie tracks and Ringo tracks because Ringo leads with his left hand.
Yes.
For fills.
You're right.
So it makes a distinguished thing.
Yeah.
As a drummer, especially a right-handed drummer, when you're doing drum fills, you usually lead with your right hand because your right hand's your main hand.
Yep.
Ringo is a lefty, right? Correct?
No, I don't think so, but I think he's just one of these right-handed ambidextrous kind of guys.
He plays a right-handed kit, but
John Bonham also led with his left hand.
Interesting. John Bonham's a goat.
The god.
Yes. But yeah, he basically led with his left hand for fills, which led for interesting fills at times.
Yep.
I say at times because Ringo's shit.
Ringo's not shit. He's just
shit.
He was
He's just
right place,
garbage.
right place, right time. His instruments.
I'm the shittiest drummer of the Beatles.
He had the best equipment, and he was in a perfect storm.
Fuck him.
There was definitely better drummers in every direction at all times when you were in the Beatles.
Fuck him.
But
Ringo. Fuck you.
No. He did a couple of things like
hey Ringo, Ringo, buddy. Fuck you.
We look forward, Ringo. We look forward to your letters.
You ain't shit without Bernard Purdie.
No,
Ringo
he
Starr.
did a couple of things.
I'm looking at you because you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You have Bernard Purdie to thank for that shit. Fuck out of here.
Bernard Purdie. We all have Bernard Purdie to thank for that shit.
But specifically him.
Come Together. You know the song "Come Together."
Ringo.
That's
actually Ringo.
That's pretty good. I like that,
Sure. Fucking left-handed lead. Cool. But most of the famous drum tracks,
especially early,
especially early.
Yeah.
Not Ringo. It's Bernard Purdie.
This is true.
Doesn't get songwriters credit on that album.
Because
it's ghostwritten.
Bernard Purdie doesn't get song credit on a ton of shit. Yeah.
Yes, he's just in the background doing God's work,
helping you to understand what you should be doing.
Yes. So basically, we love you, Bernard Purdie. Fuck Ringo. For all times, every time.
Very good. And so that was Steely Dan. So that was the first band that we listened to.
Yep.
So the second band. What was the second band? The second band was
The second band was The Who.
The second band was The Who. And this was an interesting era for The Who.
Because their drummer died.
Their drummer had passed away.
They weren't a good band anymore because the best member of the band.
R.I.P. Keith Moon.
Was gone.
One of the greatest drummers who ever lived. Reimagined the sport of drumming. And if you ever see like him drumming, you got like a drumstick, right? Mm-hmm. He holds his drumstick at the extreme tips of it. Like, he looks like some kind of spider creature because he's holding, and they never fly away. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. If I did that, they would immediately fly away.
So just imagine how strong his fingers were.
That's
to be able to do all that.
That's stick control. You just
incredible stick control.
Strong spider grip stick control.
I've seen him perform in like these old videos of The Who perform where he wasn't even using a hi-hat.
What now?
Yeah. He wasn't using a hi-hat.
Say what now?
I will find you this video.
Say what now?
And yeah, he wasn't using a hi-hat. It was just all cymbals.
Wow. So for people who don't know what a hi-hat is, a hi-hat is what us drummers use to usually keep time. Is usually on our left-hand side, right by our snare.
This is foot.
It's his foot.
Usually left foot.
It's two cymbals, usually 14 to 15, maybe sometimes 13 if you like real small boys, but mostly 14 inches. Two 14-inch little cymbals that they use smack together. You use your foot to make it basically go like this. If you're keeping time, the cymbals are doing this, or you're playing on it, clap. Doing that thing. That little that's a hi-hat. You also hear it in hip-hop all the time, so you like pop music or hip-hop music. That
lives in the treble range of the EQ frequency area.
That's hi-hat.
Yeah, so you press the hi-hat with your left foot, and it closes, and it makes a clapping sound, which is great.
A little clapping sound.
Because in the beginning, drums
I would say it makes more like a sprinkler sound.
Well, that's when you hit it, I think. But like, if you just use the foot to clap it up and down, you can make like a little clapping sound.
Oh, that's also hi-hat. You listen to jazz, it's
Yep, the open and close.
That's the hi-hat, the open and close. That's a hi-hat right there.
And that was coming out of big band music, orchestral music. And in orchestras, what they really did was they used the cymbals, and you'd take one with one hand and one with the other hand, and you would smash them together. So it only made sense that on this like makeshift drum set, you should have some cymbals that are just mashing together.
Those are the together.
And the hi-hat is one of my favorite parts of the entire drum set because it is so versatile in
so good.
All the sounds you can produce from it.
You can make it sound.
And legendary
You can make it sounds.
Legendary jazz drummer Max Roach.
Nice.
He once said that you can make like 23 sounds with a hi-hat or something, and he had like a video where he would show you all these different sounds up and down, the actual hardware itself, the actual metal around it and things.
Yes.
And
There's a lot of sounds you could
very, very versatile. So
good.
At this point in the playlist, we have not the drummer that you would associate with The Who, which was an absolute monster beast animal.
Yes.
You have a different drummer, and it's impossible to fill these shoes. Like, let's just be honest. You're
yeah.
not filling these shoes, and I think
The
Who knew that, and The Who knew that if they were going to do anything, it has to be different.
Yeah, it's almost like when you don't make an album for 13 years,
Yeah.
and then you finally release said album after 13 years,
Right.
And you're never gonna live up to that hype because
Right.
it's 13 years.
So you only really have one good song on this album, and you really kind of have maybe another couple of other filler songs and a couple of interludes.
Yep.
We've been waiting for 13 years. You give us one good song, Tempest. That's all we got. Tempest.
And it's really only good because of Danny Carey. So if you were talking about Tool now, we're talking about Tool and we're shitting on Tool.
13 years, you give us one song and a bunch of interludes. The interludes are great, thank you.
Tony,
Okay.
they were never going to live up to the hype.
That's
it's
true.
13 years.
That's
We've
true.
been holding on to it for way too long.
Also, we know
that
if anyone, they're going to do whatever they want, and it's up to us to try our very best to understand
Yeah.
the level of consciousness that it even takes these gentlemen to be able to do this shit.
Sure. Yo, another 10,000 days to the next record.
Yo, hell yes.
Space Cowboy.
See you in 10,000 days, guys.
Yeah. Yo, 7 Pussifer records and like 11 billion fucking Perfect Circle records.
Yeah, 11 billion.
And then we'll get the next Tool record.
Yeah. So
right.
So the Who's
back to
the Who's like, what the fuck? How are we gonna do this? So Pete Townsend, who we talked about on a previous episode,
he won't get fooled again.
And he started getting really good at this whole thing called synthesizers, and he was the first person to really start making them rhythmic instruments, because earlier they were just sound devices, so you could create any sound that you want. It was beautiful. It was awesome. But then he made it a rhythmic, like he would put it to a click. He would put the click on the 24 track, and then he would set it.
You guys like Muse? We wouldn't have Muse today without Pete Townsend.
Yeah, we wouldn't have Daft Punk.
Well,
we probably would, actually. We probably would.
Maybe.
Yeah,
they were French.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't mean anything, French. But they're very French. It's Daft Punk.
Yeah, Daft Punk.
Yeah.
So now the third song, speaking of very French, was by David Bowie. And so David Bowie...
He's not French.
He's not French, but he could have passed as French.
Sure, because he's skinny.
He's not French, but he could have passed as very French.
Because he's so skinny.
Actually, I said it because it didn't tie in.
Yo, I'm le dude fromage.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get all the girls in the playground after school.
I'm le dude fromage,
Yo, at the laboratory, I'll see you.
Yes, Didi.
Absolutely.
Didi.
Get out of my laboratory. Okay, so now we got David Bowie, who is now in like basically the height of his career, which had many pillars, many heights, many different things. But he was living, I think, at this point, he was in L.A.
He was in L.A.
And he was living off of maybe 3 objects.
This is what? This is 80s Bowie we're talking about now? This is 80s Bowie fame?
Yeah, this is fame. Yeah, this is after he has already been the alien thing. He's already done the alien thing.
This is 80 Bowie. So
what else has he done?
He's
done so many things by now.
A Bowie's episode, and I have to just like go off on him because like he has an interesting life.
Yeah, super interesting.
He is an occult practitioner, if you will. Yeah. He's into that whole magic shit. He had a very interesting life. Each new thing that he did was basically a new persona.
Yes.
And he lived that to the fullest and shit.
While putting out like 2 albums a year.
Yeah. He was a very busy man, especially during the 70s. He was a very busy man during the 70s. And this dude lived, like you said, off 3 things: milk, cocaine and peppers.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Milk, cocaine, and peppers.
It was bad.
That's the whole food. That's the whole food pyramid, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is cocaine on the top or the bottom of the food?
Cocaine's on the top.
Okay, right.
The milk and peppers are the fuel of cocaine.
Right. Yes. Absolutely.
So cocaine's the main thing.
That makes sense.
And then it's the milk and peppers.
Yo, so we are now a nutritional podcast as well.
Exactly. So as you can imagine, he had quite the smell. Quite the smell with that diet, you know? But he's making fucking crazy albums year after year.
Yep.
Sometimes 2 in the same year, but like every year in the 70s, he's dropping something. And then finally, he snaps. Is it the magic? Is it the cocaine? Probably. Is it the milk and peppers?
The lifestyle?
Who knows, you know?
The milk and peppers.
There's the whole thing.
No, not the milk and peppers.
Oh, it's not the milk and peppers.
I don't think so.
It's definitely the cocaine.
Yeah, that will do it. And L.A.
Definitely the cocaine.
He had been in many places, but
places.
L.A. runs different.
Yeah.
And,
also, he was working with Iggy Pop for so long as well.
Oh, that's true.
He helped Iggy Pop launch his solo career and produced a lot of his albums.
That's insane. Yeah, I think
he
Bowie
even
probably
produced the Last Stooges album.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nuts.
But then Iggy Pop hated it, and then later produced, remixed it and did it himself.
Right. That
which just sounds raw and just loud.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a vocalist thing to do.
They had a lot of like differences throughout that recording process of that last album.
Yeah,
so
sound is important, and it's
sound is important.
And sounds are sounds, by the way.
Sounds are sounds.
Sounds are sounds.
If you ever forget, sounds are sounds.
So
yeah, we'll do a thing with David Bowie.
Absolutely,
we got to get into the whole fucking how he thought that that Jimmy Page put a curse on him.
Yeah,
and that how he thought he saw the devil pop out of his pool in his LA house, and that there was actually a stain in the pool that they couldn't get rid of from the spot that he said he saw where the devil popped out.
That's a lot.
Isn't that some shit though?
That's a lot.
Isn't that some shit though?
Oof.
There was a spot that they couldn't get out in the pool. That was like a burnt spot.
Wow.
Huh?
I want to know more about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's a lot of interesting shit.
Yo, and where does like Ozzy Osbourne come into this? I'm sure he's on his way.
He's out there doing a shit ton of drugs.
Yep.
And biting the heads off of bats that he thought was a prop.
Yeah, he didn't think that was real.
He didn't think that was real. But shit happens, as you know.
Yeah, but Bowie's challenging Ozzy Osbourne's like Prince of Darkness here. You know what I mean? Like.
Milk and peppers, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that I find that ties these first 3 songs that we heard together, right, is the drums. And the drums are very straightforward.
Very in the pocket.
Nothing flashy. And let's talk about this thing called the pocket, okay? So you can sound real smart tomorrow in front of your friends.
Yes.
A musical term is called the pocket, and this has to do with
the pocket.
This is a rhythmic term that has to do with rhythm. It usually has to do with drums and the rhythm, and it could be the rhythm team, it could be the drums and the bass.
Boom, boom, boom.
But it's the ability to maintain a repetitive and simplistic beat, which enables the listener to be able to lock in and kind of like a trance-like sequence, I would say.
Almost.
And this
is that pocket. It's that comfortability. It's that groove that you give.
It's what allows you to dance.
It's that backbeat.
It's what gives funk its funkiness, and it's what gives disco its upbeatness, and like
it's that pocket. You're comfortable in the pocket. If you're not comfortable in the pocket, all your flashy stuff, all your fills are trash because you're not comfortable in the pocket.
Right.
And the reason why it's called the pocket is because of that comfortability. Aren't you comfortable when you put your hands in the pocket? Aren't you a cool guy when you're leaning against the wall? You got your hands in the pocket. You got your shades on. You're like, yeah, I'm here. I'm that guy. I do the shits. That's the pocket.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you prefer tiny, little tiny pockets or gigantic pockets where you could fit your hand in?
I prefer gigantic pockets, but I like a city of tiny lights.
Yeah, well, absolutely. We all do, and we'll get to that one
next
time. But the deeper the pocket, the greater the groove. The greater the groove, the more people are moving to it. And the more people are moving to it, the more money everyone's making. If people are moving to your music, everyone's making money.
You know what I like, Tony?
Yeah, what's up?
I like a deep pocket.
Yes.
with a fat snare.
Absolutely. And the snare is what keeps it together, and that's what like brings the listener back towards that kick that's coming back.
That's that kick, yep.
And the snare is super important. The second song that we listened to was by The Who, and the first drummer, Keith Moon, was the complete opposite of everything we're talking about right now. Yeah, he was an absolute monster on drums, doing drum fills constantly, and it was incredible. It was like nothing anyone's ever seen before, and they loved it. And they would sometimes put dynamite in his drums and blow them up, and
kaboom.
Sometimes they would use a little bit too much, and he would actually get burned.
Kaboom.
So don't do that at home, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, so unfortunately,
please don't put dynamite.
Don't put dynamite in your drums. So
don't put dynamite in your like anything that you're playing, because instruments are expensive.
Yeah.
And like it's not worth it. In today's age, it's not worth it. You know, if you're gonna like smash your guitar on like the venue floor, no one's happy. You're not happy because your guitar's gone now. The venue's not happy because who's gonna pay for that shit?
Yeah.
And then the crowd's just like, whoa. Okay, you know, it's played out.
We're talking about The Who right now, ladies and gentlemen, on Syrup in the Fridge podcast.
They did it. You'll never be as cool as them.
They invented this.
It's over and done with. NBD.
They mentioned that when they would break their instruments, sometimes they would lose more money on the instruments that they broke than the money that they made on the concert that night.
And that was back then.
Yeah, that was back then.
Back then.
So
when shit was cheaper.
So Keith
now
Moon,
we got inflation.
Keith Moon's dead. New drummer.
Moonlight.
Now this drummer knows that he can't be no Keith Moon.
He can't be no.
He's
Keith
gonna
Moon.
have to be the opposite.
I ain't no Keith Moon.
And so he does Super Pocket, right?
Super Pocket. Yo, what's his name? Don't know. Doesn't matter. It's not
exactly. I don't even know his name.
It's not Keith
we'll
Moon.
never know.
We'll never know.
And
we'll call him Moon Knight.
One day we'll find out his name.
It's Moon Knight.
And Keith Moon was the first one.
Keith Moon.
So he would be Moon Knight.
Was the original Moon Knight.
Yeah, well then.
And then Conchu was like, nah.
Go home and watch Moon Knight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
It's very important. We'll talk about that next time. So the overlying theme here is the pocket. Now
pockets. Hey.
Now we're
the pocket, man. I'm
and
cool,
the deep
man.
you
cool
want deep
pocket.
pockets so that you can put things in it. You ever wonder why people with pockets are statistically happier in life?
Because it's deep and they got stuff to put
That's
stuff in.
Exactly why. Studies show that people with deep pockets are naturally happier. They live longer. They don't have heart attacks. They have less back pain.
They got pockets. Everybody
loves
pockets. Everybody likes to put their things in a pocket.
In things.
You want to feel comfortable.
You want to put something inside of a thing.
You want to feel in a pocket because a pocket is your friend and it's snug like a bug in a rug.
Now, in music, a pocket is your friend and it is snug like a bug in a rug. Because all you need to do, drum roll please, to do the pocket is less. All you need to do is less. That's literally all you need to do. Whatever
because
you're even
less is more.
Less is more, and
less is
it
more.
sounds stupid and cliche.
And less is death metal.
But
because more is more in death metal.
Yeah, and that's the point.
And that's the point.
And in fact, if you could do more of that, more, and if you could do a little bit more of that, more, please, that'd be better.
Yes.
But
basically, play to your genre. Play to the music. Yep. If your music is pocket based, play pocket. If your music is crazy as shit, fit the crazy as shit. But also pick your moments.
Yes.
Pick your moments.
Exactly.
Have moments to flash. Have moments to stay back. You got to fit the song, man.
Absolutely.
We, as musicians, and especially drummers, are here for the song. We have to fit the song. We have to serve the song. Homeboy died. Other homeboy came in to replace Moon Knight.
Which you can't. No one's going to replace him.
No one's going to do. So he's like, I got to fit the song. I got to do this thing. Pocket.
Now, perfect. Well said. And now all three of these songs, we've only talked about the first three songs. We got three more to go. All three of these songs.
We only talked about the first two songs.
we got to David Bowie. I went backwards.
You're
I went backwards right now.
You did go backwards.
I went
to talk about fame.
Yeah, right. So all of these drum beats are the same. It's kick, snare, kick, snare.
Kick, snare,
and
kick, snare.
what I would like us to pay attention to here is that all 6 of these songs feature drum beats
snare.
that are just kick, snare, kick, snare.
Should have played some fucking AC/DC then.
We could have, but it's different. It's a different vibe, less funky. But anyway,
can I sit next to you, girl?
Yes, absolutely, all the time. Shoot's a thrill, my friend.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. So it's you could do so much with just kick snare, and here's 6 examples of people making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with kick snare.
With kick snare.
Yo, Michael Jackson, drummer, made a living off kick snare.
Yeah. Oh, he invented kick snare.
Oh, he invented a lot of things, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
They call him Sugarfoot. They call him Sugarfoot for a goddamn reason.
Yo, he had cymbals behind him.
Look up Stephen Moffat. Not right now because you're watching us, but later on when this is over in like 3 hours. Or like an hour. Look up Stephen Moffat.
We haven't determined.
Sugarfoot.
We haven't determined when this will be.
Well,
give me a second.
We'll keep you till we want to, sir. We'll keep you when we want to. And now it's just me. We got a guy over there. We got a guy over here. We're doing things, and we love you. We're doing things. This is great. Fame by David Bowie. The next song was Talking Heads. You guys like Talking Heads? I like Talking Heads. They got songs. They got good songs. What do you think, guys? What do you think, Tony? Yeah, Tony's back. You guys miss Tony? Tony, what do you like about Talking Heads?
Okay, so what I like about Talking Heads is the vocals, actually, which is something I rarely say.
Yes.
I really like the vocal approach, and I like that it's a continuation of just like deep trance-like music. It's very cycling. It's very cyclical. It's very spiraling. And it gets you into a strange, meditative state of mind, in my opinion. A lot of their songs do, anyway.
I can see that.
Because it is very like repetitive and cyclical.
I can see that.
So.
I only know but so many songs from the Talking Heads. Mm-hmm. They're not a band that I not technically, but that I genuinely go out of my way to listen to from time to time.
Yeah.
But I do like what I heard. They also have that fat backbeat and pocket.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
We were talking about. They got that good pocket with that.
I would even call them like softcore punk, you know,
because
it's very similar punk vibes, but it's like it's sadder boy punk, and it's like the beginning of like the Cure.
Hey, punk is sad. Punk is sad.
Punk is sad, but like it's slower. It's slower and more pocket. You know what I mean?
There's some sad punk. There's some slow punk.
Yeah, but with slow pocket, like dancing, like ballroom dancing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we'll listen to some ballroom dancing.
Yeah, listen to some Black Bear.
Okay.
Black Bear.
Whoa, Black Bear.
It's very different. It's very different.
Okay. The Black Bear is, I think, one of the most approachable of all bears, I would say.
Because you could scare it.
Yeah, you could scare it. They're kind of
like,
small.
Rawr.
They're kind of small.
They're very cute.
They're very cute. They like to climb up trees.
They got very cute faces.
Yeah, they're very cute. Do they know that they're cute? Do
you guys know the bear rule?
What's the bear rule?
Brown, you're down.
Oh, right.
Black attack.
Yeah.
White good night.
Yeah.
Because they hungry.
Yeah. Because they're hungry, and they got no icebergs left to stand on.
They got nothing to lose.
They've been swimming for days.
Yep.
That's nuts, dude.
Swimming in the ocean, it feels like lotion diarrhea.
Oh, diarrhea.
Yep.
So...
That's a fun song from our childhood.
Oh, that's a very fun song. Speaking of a fun song from our childhood, so now the next song is by a classic, amazing Hall & Oates. I can't go for that.
Yo, I love me some Hall & Oates.
So Hall & Oates is
love me some Hall & Oates.
Same. So, and if you haven't caught it yet, here's a trend: same drum beat. Go back and listen. Same drum beat, used 6 different ways, and was successful 6 different times to make bajillion platinum records.
Got that groovy bass line though. Boom, boom,
and if the bass line is good enough, you can put that thing on loop at infinitum, and you'll never get tired of that.
And then you can make a rap song out of it.
And it's so hard, and then you can make a rap song out of it. Yep. It's so hard to find something that's so catchy and so that hasn't been done before. You know, like it's so easy to come up with like a little riff, and then you realize it's amazing, and then someone's like, "Oh, that's this song." And then you're like, "Oh, that is that song."
Yep.
And you can't do it anymore, you know, because it's that song. Yeah.
I did that recently.
Yeah.
Breath of the Moor were writing new material.
This is Ish's band, and they're fantastic, by the way.
That's my band. Hey, that shirt, that's my band.
Yes, this shirt is his band.
That shirt's my band.
I don't even own.
If you want a shirt, hit me up. We are playing June 17th. That is on a Friday.
Yes. At the Meadows.
At the Meadows.
It's gonna be exciting.
Opening up for Elysian on their tour that they are currently on.
Which is a big band. They're on tour, friends.
Band. They're doing shit, and we're also doing shit. We're also going to be selling merch. We got T-shirts, and we got stickers, but we are out of pins.
And remember, everyone, that merch is probably the fastest and most, like, one of the more effective ways for you to show immediate support.
It's the most effective way.
Yeah,
It's the most effective way. Buying merch for your bands. Buy merch from your favorite bands. Buy merch from your local bands. That is how you show us support.
It ensures that they get 100% of the profits.
Awesome. Yes,
which helps, because sometimes, if you're buying a ticket, for example, your money is first going to go to the venue first, who then will pay the musicians if they're lucky. You know what I mean? But if you buy their T-shirt for $15, they're getting $15 from you.
Yes.
So it's more direct, more effective that way.
And we got 2 colors. We got white and we got green.
Yeah, the green one is cool.
And the green glows in black light.
It's
you can take that
cool.
shit to a show and it just pops out. People will love it. You will love it. It's very cool.
Yo, would you be willing to mail those if I was listening from far away right now?
Sure, I'd mail them.
Okay, cool. Very
I'd
cool.
mail you a shirt. You guys want a shirt to be mailed?
Yo, if you guys want a shirt to be mailed, you let us know and we'll mail you a shirt. All right, we'll talk about that.
I'd rather you come to the show and see me in person and give me a big old hug.
Yo, the experience is incredible.
A big old hug. Yes, for the experience. It's very good. So anyways, we were writing new material, and I was writing this little intro that they wanted me to do for a little songy poo.
Okay, a little songy poo.
Little songy poo, if you will. I was writing a little intro, and I did this drum thing, and I was like, okay, this is fucking cool.
Yes.
And we listened back to it, and immediately we're like, that's Painkiller.
Painkiller by who?
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest, yes.
If you know, you know. You know. The intro to Painkiller, immediately you were like, oh, shit, that's Painkiller.
Yeah,
so I had to write the whole thing over, and I still haven't done it yet, but I had to write a whole entire new thing because it's immediately Painkiller.
Yeah, sometimes your idea has been done before.
It is.
And it's not your fault even,
It's not. Sometimes it's just, how noticeable is it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I pass?
Yeah.
Is it not a pass?
Yeah.
If it's too on the nose, that's a no-go.
Absolutely.
But if it's like, okay, those are technically the same notes, but I play them differently.
Yes.
Then, like, Bob's your uncle,
But, and also that's a testament on the flip side to the original artist who did it first, who made something iconic. Because I think at the end of the day, what we're trying to do here as musicians is A, invoke a feeling, and B, hopefully create an iconic, recognizable sound where anyone can recognize, oh, that's boom.
Right away. Right away. I want you to recognize my shit within 5 seconds or less.
Yes.
Remember, like, a couple of years ago, there was that YouTube thing going on where there was, like, a challenge. If you can recognize a song within 1 or 2 seconds or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That happened, yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
That riff comes in.
Yep.
Boom, that's such and such from such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, that's who and who from Blue Lagoon.
Yo.
Boo and Boo, that's who's on first from second base.
Yep, Abbott and Costello.
Yep.
Yo, one of them that I find to be incredibly easy for me to pick up immediately.
4-Car Pilot?
Close. Very close. This is the name of our new potential band, 4-Car Pilot.
It's an indie band.
It's not, but we think it's a great name. So let us know in the comments if you think 4-Car Pilot.
Would you go see a show? Who we want for vocals?
Would you go to a show where 4-Car Pilot is headlining?
You know you would. You would.
Absolutely.
You know exactly what music we're playing to. Exactly what music it sounds like.
And we'll see you there with a shirt in hand.
Yeah.
Ish, what the heck was I just talking about over here?
You were talking about music that you like and the sound that you like.
Right. And iconic, right?
It's iconic, yes.
Deftones. When I hear the Deftones, within about 4 seconds of me recognizing the drums, because the way I recognize Deftones is through the drums. You mentioned the snare earlier.
That snare, exactly.
That snare blows my mind
Cunningham's
every
snare
time.
Is recognizable as fuck.
The moment I hear
so
that snare for the second time, I'm like, oh, done. I already have ruled it out.
His signature snare drum that he came out with like a couple of years back, that is now discontinued, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
It was a bell brass.
Oh, with the vent holes on the side.
With the vent holes on the side.
Yeah.
Vent holes for drums are amazing because it pushes all the air outward. When you're hitting your drums, there's compressed air in that center because it's usually hollow unless you put some dampeners in there.
Yes.
But all that compressed air needs to escape. So usually, not actually usually, a lot of drums don't have that many vent holes, or sometimes they do. But sometimes they have like one or two. If it's a snare, they'll have like one or two for the air escape. my vent hole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my vent hole. Ayo.
Ayo.
My vent hole.
Real quick shout out to vent holes everywhere.
Real quick shout out to vent holes.
All vent holes are equal.
Yes. My snare drum that this man bought me so generously, thank you very much, has vent holes all around the snare, which allows for the air to escape more, which means louder sound. So my snare, when I tune it right, because you got to tune it right, is eardrum popping.
Yes.
So with a metal bell brass
and
snare,
it's made for you too. That's why.
Yes, it is.
That's why when I saw it, so the thing is, I saw it.
So fucking good.
I happened to be shopping for other reasons, but I saw this one snare and I knew it was
looking
made
for
Ish. I knew it was made for Ish, and he had to have this drum. So, so yeah, that iconic sound is what you're going for, and that recognizability in 4 seconds or less. You know what I mean? You want someone to know who it is.
Right away.
Before they even get a chance to decide if they like it or not. Their first thing is, I know who this is, you know?
His snare does that. Abe Cunningham's snare does that. It is bell brass, which means it's made from bell brass.
Yo, that pops. That pops. It hurts. It's so great.
It's super pop. It's a metal snare. It's really heavy. It's really nice. You have the vents, which allows the air to escape, and his vents are faced outwards.
Yes.
Towards the crowd, so all the sound escapes.
Frontwards. What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's not like all that. Around. It's just on that one side.
It's 2 vent holes that's facing outwards. It's like let's see like the logo's right here, like right here, guys. Yeah. So vent hole here and let's see here. Vent hole here, logo there. Sound outwards, so it's right to you.
That's where the microphones are probably right there too. That's amazing.
Right there.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And he does it because Deftones play very loud, and they also now play with like 8 strings and 9 strings.
Yeah.
And they also have keys from time to time.
So drop C sharp or something.
Yes, they're very low. So if he's trying to fighting with that low sound, which was also my experience with Fear is Dead, we play very low. So I had to tune upwards a little bit, so I'm not fighting with that low sound. I'm still cutting through. So he made that so he can cut through and still have that iconic sound.
Iconic sound, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds are important. You think about these things when you join a band. You know, you think about certain things. You make your instrument or whatever the fuck, to better the sound for said band.
Yeah, because every band is its own unique experience.
Exactly. So it's not just your personal sound. It's a little bit of your personal sound, but your personal sound fitting said band that you're in. Which means you're going to make tweaks and changes here.
Absolutely.
Vent
holes. I just want to close it with vent holes one more time because who doesn't like talking about vent holes? So
shout out to my vent holes.
Shout out to vent holes. And you might be sitting there asking yourself, why vent holes? What's the big deal on vent holes anyway?
Vent holes makes you sound louder and great.
And here's the thing.
All for vent holes. The more vent holes, the better. That's what I say.
So all of sound needs a medium to travel through, right?
Yes.
It needs, and so we only have sound because we have air. And if you've ever been underwater and tried to scream, you can realize that there's also sound in water too.
Because there's air in water.
Because there is there's oxygen in water.
That's how fishes breathe. Gills allow the fish to pull the oxygen from the water, and then they breathe through the water.
This is science, ladies and gentlemen.
Science with Bob. I'm Bob. Nice to meet you.
At the end of the day, all of this music that we make together and that everyone listens to, what they're recording is not even the instrument itself. It's how the air in the room sounds when you hit it.
Yeah.
It's how you move the air. Moving the air is making the sound. That's what sound is.
That is the difference between what production used to be for recording and now modern day production.
Yes.
Because modern day production, we no longer have that.
Yeah, it's a lot of directly...
no longer recording the pushing air. It's just plugging straight into the thing
the
now.
DI.
So it's DI. So now it's recording the instrument, which is why it sounds so clean and digital. Because it is digital.
Very clear.
The amp that you're using is either through a pedal board or it's through a plugin that you now have on your system, or whatever the fuck. It's
and now it comes in more naked, and now you have to dress it more than back then, where you just go into a room and you dress the room. You put
the room.
You put
but it makes
wood
things
on the
easier.
walls and stuff.
It makes things way easier now. We have people who can record in their bedrooms because it's not about I don't have to fix my entire room to record this guitar track. I can just plug into my shit and then like use this amp as a preset, and then boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Now I'm done. I'm recorded.
it's insane how far we've come in the past couple of decades in that regard.
It is.
So,
It's better.
Yeah.
For the access of music, but it's worse because everybody now sounds the same,
right?
And we lost the uniqueness of experimentation, if you will.
There was
being like,
you would have your own
try this and experiment with that.
You would have your own audio fingerprint. You don't have that anymore.
We don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
A recognizability factor.
Yes.
The last song that we listened to is by a band called Genesis.
Yo, we like a Genesis.
Genesis is fun.
We like it a Genesis.
And now this band
had phases.
They had a lot of phases, and they ran into some incredible luck, in my opinion, because they just continued to have really good vocalists all the time.
Yep, and one of them was a drummer. So
what the hell? So this song is called After All.
No, that's all.
That's all. That's all.
That's all.
Thank you.
As in, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Now, who's on drums for this one?
Phil Collins.
And is Phil Collins also singing?
Yes.
He's singing while playing on drums.
Yes.
Which is, would you say, difficult?
Yes. As someone who used to do it, and now I don't, and now I also can't because I stopped a long time ago.
It is incredibly difficult.
It's incredibly difficult.
Yes.
It is super, super difficult. Even though he's still playing, simple doom, bap, boom, bap,
which is
necessary. Still, you gotta pay attention to both.
Yep.
Basically, and if you mess up on one, it throws you off on the other. So you gotta be on point for both.
That's four limbs.
Hard.
That's 4 different limbs. Arm, foot.
Arm, foot.
Vocals.
Like
breath control. And being on in tune, maybe.
Yeah.
Which he always is.
Yeah.
So
because he's Phil fucking Collins. You know Phil fucking Collins.
You have heard of Phil Collins, but chances are high you don't actually know how incredibly nasty.
Yeah, he's so nasty.
Phil Collins as a musician is unstoppable.
Oh my
and
God.
you can throw him, I believe, into any band. At any time.
Yo, he's like
any timeline.
Top 5
and he would be great.
Best musicians of all time. I swear to God.
Throw him into Meshuggah. Throw him into Meshuggah.
He'll kill it.
He'll kill it.
He'll kill it.
Throw him into Guns N' Roses.
He'll kill it.
He'll kill
He's
it.
honestly too good for that band.
Yeah,
to be honest.
you're right.
Too good for Guns N' Roses.
Throw him into.
He might struggle a little bit for Meshuggah, but then he'll eventually get it, and then he'll do his thing.
Right.
It won't sound like Meshuggah, but it will sound like Meshuggah with fucking.
I think after Bonham died, Robert Plant and Jimmy Page experimented with performing with Phil Collins. Yeah.
What?
And I think that they were considering maybe trying to do something for a minute.
He would have bodied it.
He would have bodied it. Yeah, he was good. He was really good.
He would have bodied it. Oh my God.
We'll pull up the videos on that.
Oh my
some other time.
God.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to see that. I need to see that. That's almost like when Marco Miniman tried out for Dream Theater. Y'all know the Dream Theater tryouts, not the meme one with Lars. I know the meme fucking Dream Theater try with Lars. It's funny, haha.
Yeah.
But I mean the actual ones. Shout out to Mike Mangini, who's been in the band for a shit ton of years now. Portnoy is hard to follow up.
Yo,
and
impossible.
You looked like Portnoy for a little while, and now you look like Mika Zibanejad.
Thank you.
Go Rangers.
Yes, let's go Rangers.
Let's
Big
go Rangers.
Game 1 win.
Big Game 1 win. Let's fucking go!
Okay, so we're in the.
Can you tell the Rangers fans?
We're in the 3rd round of a 4-round playoff system. This is Game 1.
Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals.
So
let's fucking
basically,
go.
Ish here is feeling it.
I've been a Rangers fan for a very long time. They haven't won a cup since before I was born. I need it.
Yeah.
I need.
You've seen those commercials where it's like, I want it, they want it.
I want it.
This guy.
They want it.
This guy
they
needs
want it.
it.
Back to back. I needs it. I needs it with an S at the end. I needs.
This is syrup in the fridge, and we're just trying to get
Ish
is.
A cup.
A cup.
Stanley
We're just
cup.
trying to get him a Stanley Cup,
Get
please.
me a Stanley Cup, New York Rangers.
Help us help
please.
Ish.
Yeah.
Come on, we're trying to pull through, guys.
I know you guys have ties to the team. You're watching the show. You have ties to the team. Come on.
Hockey.
Send them us. Send them this show.
It's a sport about fighting on ice where sometimes you try to play soccer.
Yeah, and then they play metal music.
And then you fight some more.
Yo, we play Tool at the Garden.
It's so great.
We play Tool at the Garden.
What's not to like?
What's not to like?
You might even lose a tooth if you're lucky.
Yes. So we played songs. That's all.
How did it make you feel?
The songs?
Yeah, how did the songs make you feel?
I love them.
Okay.
I have the last one on vinyl.
Okay. Yeah.
It's on their self-titled record.
Yes, very nice.
The side B is incredible for that record.
It's fun because the side B
is the
better
best shit ever. It's so good. It's so much better than side A.
So much confidence that they need to have as a band to be like, put the best songs at the end.
Side
They'll
A
still be there.
Is all the singles, all the songs you know, and then side B is like, fuck you, I make B-sides, and my B-sides are the shit, and they're so good.
Yeah, so and we just listened to 6 different examples of kick, snare, kick, snare.
Kick, snare, kick, snare, but all still different songs.
All different songs, all incredibly successful. Ladies and gentlemen.
Some even kind of funky.
If you are starting off on drums, first of all, why? Second of all, you can do it. Third of all, you'll never make it. But fourth of all, we're going to support you this entire trip and help you skip some ways here.
But first of all, why? First of all,
who let you? What kind of who? How are your parents so cool? Anyway,
yo, my mom was the best.
Yo, she was, and she is
the best.
She is the best.
My mom is the best.
Yo,
hi, mom. I know you're watching.
Yo,
hi, mom. You're the best. She
mom
bought
is
me
the best.
like my first 3 drum kits.
Yo,
she's the best. She let me drum.
Now that's a mom
in the house.
That's a mom right there.
Band practices in my house.
Yeah,
that's a mom. She's a metalhead.
In your living room.
In my living room.
You'd set up the whole drum set.
My mom's a metalhead, and she comes to my death metal shows.
Yes.
What does your mom do? Huh?
Yo, does she come to your death metal shows?
Does she come to your death metal shows?
If she doesn't,
ask
your mom.
Better than your mom.
Ask your mom to come. Okay, let's.
Whoa!
Let's
controversial
not get moms
now.
into stuff. But does your mom come to your death metal shows? Is the question.
She doesn't.
Really.
And if she does,
she doesn't go to your death metal shows.
She goes to mine.
You should invite your mom to your next death metal show.
Do it.
And let us know in the comments how that worked out.
Yes. She actually bought a ticket to mine. June 17th at the Meadows.
I will see her there.
6 p.m. door time.
6 p.m. Eastern daylight timing because
$18. Come to us. It's more expensive. If you go online, come to us. We got you.
Yes.
We got you.
And then you can also get to know the band. They're really nice people.
We're really nice people.
So that's helpful too.
We give hugs.
Yeah.
And
they're good at it.
We give kisses.
They're good at it. Yep, but you have to pay extra for that.
No, it's all free. It's all free.
Oh, even the kisses?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just just show us your Vax card.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're not on the mouth. They're like on the forehead. You know.
Maybe I'll take some in like a Tupperware to go next.
Yeah, I'll give you a little kiss on the forehead.
No, just like a couple in like a duffel bag. Just like give me a couple of. I'll get like a couple kisses in this bag. I'll save it for later, so when I get home, I'll have it. So welcome to June 2nd on Syrup in the Fridge podcast.
We played music for you. We did things.
We do things. We talk about things. We are both musicians, and we're just trying to understand the magic of music.
The magic of music.
We had just talked about what the pocket means, the definition of the pocket. We're going to talk about a man who was a very good definition of the pocket coming up next. And so on June 2nd in 1941.
41. That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
What were you doing in 1941, Tony?
Well, so I was actually I was a farmer.
Nice.
Yeah, I was a farmer back then. It was a simple life. And
before the war? No, it's after the war. It's after the war.
This was actually, I think, during the war.
It's during the war. I was a farmer.
I think 41 is like during the war.
In the war.
I think it's during the war. Yeah.
Which war, Tony?
World War II.
Oh ho ho!
Yeah, there's a D-Day here somewhere.
Hey, you get off my cloud.
If anyone is in the comments a history buff, feel free to correct me. But I'm pretty sure 1941.
Because we obviously
is mid World War II.
Wow.
So Charlie Watts, a drummer, was born during what I believe is World War II. In England. And so Charlie Watts would become the drummer for a little band.
A little band.
A little band.
It's a tiny band.
You might have heard of them.
Tiny band, maybe.
The Rolling Stones.
You might have heard of them.
And the Rolling Stones are incredible because they're still here and they're still rocking and they're still doing things and they've been touring for 50 years.
They stick your tongue out at people.
That's the logo. So if you've ever seen the tongue thing, then you know the Rolling Stones. So you got a guy named Mick Jagger, and you got a guy named Keith Richards.
Yo, speaking of Mick Jagger, that song that he did with David Bowie.
Yeah, dancing in the streets.
Weird fucking music video for
really
it.
weird.
Really weird.
Have you ever seen the music video without the music extracted? And it's just
yes, and it's the feet pattern.
Just the feet pattern. Yeah,
it's so good.
We have to watch that.
Good. It's so
and so weird. Imagine them doing that. Like that's them. They're just dancing with each other doing this. Like oh my god. Oh my God! So Mick Jagger collaborated with David Bowie once on a song.
A fucking cover song,
and you should watch it.
It's a cover song, dancing in the street.
Yeah,
they didn't write it, but they covered it, and it's the weirdest. Like
it's really weird.
Where the fuck are they? It's obviously just like in a random studio.
Yeah,
in a warehouse.
Who's making them do this?
I don't know.
It's not them.
I said
yeah.
You know what? That song and Money Money give me the same energy.
I hate both songs.
I
can't stand that. There's like 18 other... No, sorry. There's like 10 other Billy Idol songs I would like to listen to before Money Money ever again.
And they're all Amadeus.
Yeah. So now you got Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, and they're doing great. But your boy, Charlie Watts.
Charlie Watts, R.I.P., just died recently.
Charlie Watts was the king of said pocket, which is what we're talking about today.
Pocket.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Tambourine.
Tambourine, get the tambourine man. Hey, tambourine man, get the tambourine, come on. Hey, tambourine man. You know that song.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Nice.
And so Charlie Watts, and now this is here's the story, right? He was born 1941. He passed away last year at the age of 80.
R.I.P.
So he passed away in August of last year. R.I.P.
And he's still touring.
Dude, he
beyond
was
the grave.
He was
right
touring.
Now.
He was touring for so long. He was touring up until the end, and he could still be touring now. And they will continue touring for the rest of
tour until they all just
everything.
Drop. Can you believe that Charlie Watts died before?
I know.
Yeah.
But, so we have Keith Richards who does all of the substances you've ever thought of.
How is he alive?
And
how?
And
how is he alive?
You got Mick Jagger who loves his substances, but he's actually like the healthiest man on earth.
He's healthy.
He works out like 3 times a day. He does yoga and
but
he eats
boy,
right.
Your boy snorting his dad's ashes? He's not healthy.
Mr. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mr. Pirates of the Caribbean is not healthy.
They didn't even need to put him in makeup.
No, he
just walked. He just showed up looking like that. Yeah,
Jack Sparrow, I'm your father.
He's like, what should I wear? Just wear whatever you always wear. I don't know.
Jesus
we didn't even get you a costume. We thought you'd just show up.
How is that man still alive?
So Charlie Watts, he was the first one out.
He was the oldest.
He was the oldest, and unless we want to talk about one of the original and founding members of the Rolling Stones, his name was Brian Jones, but he passed away at a young age, and that actually enabled the Rolling Stones to become even better without holding themselves back. So, in Great Britain in the early 60s, mid to late 60s, you had a choice.
Chip Perio, football to ya.
If you were young, you had a choice, and you had a choice between the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. Ooh. And if you were like a weirdo, like an artsy, that's cool. Bob Dylan, okay.
Hey, Bob Dylan, I'm singing like this. I'm Bob Dylan.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Bob Dylan.
Actually, no, that's not good because I actually know what you're saying.
Hey, okay, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Bob Dylan.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. More boomhauer.
See that you, didn't you?
Yes. Just sprinkle the boomhauer on top of that. Bob Dylan is just English boomhauer. That's changed my mind. Fight me.
Don't let him play fucking electric guitar. Uh-oh, Judas.
We won't like that.
Judas.
No one liked that.
Judas.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
I just want to say, fuck them folk people.
Yeah.
I like your music, but fuck you.
It's so pretentious. Why are they so uptight?
Yeah. Fuck folk fans. I'm
like,
sorry.
What is
your music's
that?
cool, but fuck folk fans.
Anyway.
You guys suck. You guys absolutely suck.
Like so Bob Dylan was doing his thing, right? And he's playing his little tunes and he's playing for people. And then everyone around him is like, converting to like electric guitars. He's like 30 years too late.
Yeah. And then he's like, why don't I do that?
Yeah, he's like, maybe I'll play an electric guitar.
Maybe I'll play. And then his fans were like, no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Who are you? You're not my Bob Dylan.
No.
Bob Dylan proceeds to write an amazing song called Hurricane, by the way.
And it goes, didn't you? And Bob Dylan, didn't you?
But, like, no one even wanted to hear it because they were like, yo, you turned your back on us. Why did you do that?
Judas! Judas. Fuck that shit, man. Yo, make what you want to make, Bob Dylan. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
it's about freedom
shit.
of expression.
Yes, it is.
So Charlie Watts here is in the Rolling Stones, and he is the absolute, like, if you were in a music studio or a music store and you wanted to purchase a metronome, right?
Yes.
But they were all out of metronomes, but they had a couple of Charlie Wattses in the back.
Whoa.
You could just pick up a Charlie Watts, and it's the same thing as a metronome.
Wow.
I would like to watch his interesting style of playing because
we got that.
He has an iconic method of playing both audio and visual. Where he's very recognizable. Now
he also has traditional grip for all you drummers out there. Traditional grip is when you hold the stick like a proper human being.
Can you describe that a little differently, please, with different words?
It's when you're better than all of us.
Yes, good.
And you play jazz.
Good.
And you hold the stick properly.
Yeah.
And not like the rest of us who hold sticks like a bunch of idiot cavemen.
Yes.
Just slapping shit around.
Which is called matched grip.
Or French grip if you get that French grip.
So traditional grip is where you basically are holding it like a sideways pencil. If you were like trying to write, but like writing was difficult for you for the first time ever.
Your hands look fucking retarded because you gotta like do some shit like this.
Like you would never calmly and accidentally hold a stick in this direction ever unless someone told you to hold it like that.
Exactly.
But
at the same time,
it offers a couple of pros.
So much pros. It's more control on your bounce for ghost notes, which we'll get into ghost notes. Oh man, it
ghost notes.
if you're the shit, it's just more control. It's just more control of your stick control, and control of sticks and control of
the dynamics of your hits, and your little frills and your little ghost notes.
Exactly.
And things.
Yes.
So he's doing that, and he came up in a time with Ringo Starr around him and all these dudes.
Fuck him.
And we look forward to your letters, Ringo. And
fuck 'em.
So all you needed back then was bass drum, snare drum, hi-hat, ride cymbal.
And Bernard Purdy.
Thank you. And Bernard Purdy nearby to let you know when you could be doing more. But anyway, this guy was basically, you could wind up Charlie Watts over here, and he's going to give you perfect timing for their entire crazy concert. And it's so great because, especially in the beginning, the Rolling Stones had a lot of outrageous, over-the-top, uncontrollable concerts, things that got out of hand, really out of hand.
Right. I remember that one story with the Hells Angels.
Yes.
Someone got stabbed. And they
looked
back on that episode, and there was like, "Did you see what was going on?" They were like, "No, you saw what the fuck was going on. You were just really high."
Exactly. So they had a lot of crazy shit happening, and these guys in the front are doing all the drugs, being crazy, and you get Charlie Watts, who's like, all proper, just like holding it down. I'm ready. I'll be here for 2 hours holding this down. You let us know when we're done, and we'll leave. So let's.
He's still playing till his day just.
Yeah, exactly. So now we got 4 limbs on drums, right? So you got hand, foot, right?
Hand, foot.
And
hand, foot.
And on one foot, you got your bass drum. And on the other,
usually you're right, unless you're weird and you play lefty.
Right. And then whichever foot is not the bass drum, your other foot is your hi-hat.
Your hi-hat. Unless you play metal like me, you have double pedal and hi-hat.
Nice.
Yes. We'll save that for metal day. That's a thing.
Now,
metal day.
Which hand do you use for your snare drum?
I use my left.
Great.
Unless I'm playing open-handed.
Right.
Then I use my right.
Nice.
But we will also save that for metal day.
Yes, metal day coming soon to an episode near you.
Soon.
And so if the left hand's on the snare and then the right hand, I guess, is on whichever metal object you want to bang or something like that.
Let's say hi-hat. We're talking pocket, right? So let's say hi-hat.
So let's say hi-hat.
I'm gonna get in position here, right?
Yep.
Let's say I'm doing a little boom, bap, boom, bap, right?
Yeah.
My hand is going.
Yep. Now, what I would like you to do, if you want to play like Charlie Watts, is to do everything you just did, but
traditional grip.
No, when you hit your snare drum hit,
yes,
I want you to not hit your hi-hat for that snare drum hit. Yeah. Like you don't you will not, and you'll see this now, he intentionally will not hit the snare drum when he hits the hi-hat at the same time. He only hits the hi-hat or the snare, never at the same time.
Wow.
Never at the same time.
Never at the same time.
I'm not even sure why he does this, but I have some theories, but that's the first way to recognize that it's this guy. Because he's the only one I've ever seen do that.
Maybe it's to accent the snare hit more?
Maybe.
And to put more power and emphasis on it?
He was from the times of like the early 60s where recording was fucking difficult. Like to actually record drums. That was an adventure for many, many years, you know, like
you had like 4 mics and like good luck.
Good luck. So it makes sense that maybe if he started back then and one of the engineers was like, "Hey, listen, I can't pick them both up at the same time because your microphone or something."
Right.
So maybe that was just a thing and he kept it for the rest of his life.
That could be a thing.
Maybe.
Let's
check this out. So here's a song called Monkey Man. And you want to talk about pocket? This has a really the things you could fit in this pocket. Yo, you could fit like a whole like squash in this pocket.
Ooh, that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's a big vegetable.
That's a big vegetable with a big pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Squash.
You could fit like an entire sandwich in this pocket.
Ooh, what kind of sandwich? Like a foot long?
Like a sub, like a meatball marinara sub.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely from Blimpies. So it's already like just dripping.
Gone now.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Poor Blimpies.
Okay,
let's get some Charlie Watts up in here.
This
is Charlie Watts. Happy birthday to the R.I.P. Charlie Watts.
Happy birthday, R.I.P.
Happy birthday, R.I.P. Charlie Watts. Master of the pocket.
Doing this thing. Yo, tambourine.
Yo, today's episode is brought to you by the tambourine.
Tambourine. Keeping time, as it does. Tambourine man, get a tambourine, come on. Tambourine man, get a tambourine, come on. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But he does the open hi-hat. He does the...
He'll do it with the closed one too, but still.
Interesting, right? Interesting. Yo, that beat that he's playing is the first beat that every drummer learns.
You're right. It is the first beat.
That's the first beat I ever played in a Guitar Center.
That is the first beat.
14th Street.
Classic. It works.
It does work.
It's a damn good beat.
That's a drum fill.
He leads with his right hand, and he hits hard with his right hand. He's really hitting through the drums, you know.
Holding down that backbeat, doing that pocket.
That's a nice little fill.
That's a nice little fill.
It works.
Nice little 4-piece kit. Got a little going
all you need. That's also that's the original model. That's the first model, basically.
Yeah. Ringo had a 4-piece kit. Too bad he didn't douche it with it because Ringo sucks.
What he did do sounded really good, though. It sounded good.
It sounded good because it wasn't him. It was another drummer.
Most of the time, yeah.
Hey, don't you walk across my drum shot, Mick Jagger.
Yo, Ringo's in a corner somewhere crying right now.
Hey, Mick Jagger. Can I do that? Can I play in your band? No, Ringo. No, you can't.
Yo, also check out this guy's posture. Like,
it's so good.
Back is so straight. He's on the edge of his seat. This is perfect drumming posture, by the way.
Yes, it is. I need to work on that. I think we all do.
And if you can maintain perfect drumming posture like Charlie Watts is here, you can last longer when you play and fatigue less. Like, your endurance won't go up.
Yeah. Also just leads to less back pain down the road. It will cause you back pain if you hunch all the time. So don't do that. I am also working on it myself. So I need to take my own advice.
A real quick reminder out there, if you ever hunch, don't. Have you considered not hunching?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So here's Charlie. He's happy.
It's a happy Charlie. Hey.
And yo, he did what you're supposed to do. He held down the pocket. And that's all you need. He did a couple little drum fills that like you learn on day one. It's okay, no big deal. And I don't know why, but he won't hit the snare drum and the hi-hat at the same time.
Pocket?
I would call it a deep pocket. I would call it a,
deep little hot pocket.
I would not call it a hot pocket, dude, because I'm not ready to burn the roof of my mouth right now. Okay,
not yet.
No, not right now. That shit always burns the roof of my mouth.
That does.
And I have to recover for 1 week.
You gotta wait a bit.
I have one hot pocket.
You're eating it too fast.
I'm never gonna wait a bit. It's
You're
always
eating
just
it too fast.
like
you gotta blow it like soup.
God.
You gotta blow it down like soup. You know,
but
you can't
it's
eat
never
the soup too
enough.
fast.
Oh my god!
Can't eat the soup too fast, man. Burns your tongue.
I want one hot pocket, and I burn myself for in a week. I'm burned.
Doing it too fast.
Exactly, doing it too
fast. You gotta
fast.
let it cool down. It even says in the instructions, you gotta let it cool down.
It says that?
Yes, it does.
Oh, wow.
For like a minute to 2 minutes, you gotta let it cool down.
I need to read the instructions next time.
Read the instructions.
I don't think I've even looked at the
hot pocket.
I haven't looked at the fucking box.
You have to let it cool down.
I think I intentionally didn't even look at the box because I don't even want to feel the guilt associated to it.
You think you're better than the instructions? You think you're better than the law, Tony?
It's more like I don't even like the self that I am who isn't having a hot pocket.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy over here thinking that he's better than the instructions.
Yeah, because I don't like hot pockets.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
I average a hot pocket maybe once every 5 to 10 years, I think.
How many Capri Suns do you average?
Yo, even less, actually.
Wow.
Even less. Yeah, it's,
do you respect the pouch?
I respect the pouch. It's too sugary for me now.
Very nice.
Those were great back in the day, but I don't like them anymore. They were great, though.
They were great.
And the fun part of squid, poking the pouch, it was great.
You got to poke the pouch. You got to respect the pouch.
And it was like it was like the bubble tea that I didn't know was coming in my future.
Oh, bubble fucking
How great
tea.
Is that? Yo, in the chat room, do you guys know what bubble tea is?
Yo, what's your favorite kind of bubble tea?
What's your favorite?
I love a taro bubble tea.
Classic.
That's my shit. Love it. Gotta like them tapioca
so,
bubbles.
If you haven't had taro, ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
what I would like to do is help you understand exactly how it tastes. The flavor of taro is after you've had a bowl of Fruit Loops, the milk that remains after the bowl of Fruit Loops is finished.
Sure.
That's the flavor of taro.
Sure.
And you're getting cereal milk.
Sure.
And nothing's wrong with cereal milk. It's a lavender. Who cares at this point? It tastes like cereal milk. And cereal milk is the best.
Cereal milk is the best.
Yeah.
It's very tasty.
Yeah.
Get that sugar goodness.
Absolutely. So, happy birthday, R.I.P. our friend.
Happy birthday,
Charlie Watts. And I use that
he's
loosely.
Our friend. We know him personally.
Yeah, he's our best friend.
He's our best friend. He's a little bestie.
And he's still keeping the pocket going because it shows. Look how the Rolling Stones were playing for 50 years, and he's just keeping the pocket. He's doing that for every song, my friend. Literally every song. He's just doing that. Next song, that. Next song, that. All the songs that. Satisfaction, Jumpin' Jack Flash. The only one that might be different is like Gimme Shelter, but even like you can't always get what you want. Like all of the same beat. Anyway.
Same beat.
Someone else who was very good at staying in the pocket
AC/DC
is the drummer that we're going to talk about next.
Ooh.
Do you want to know who we're talking about next?
AC/DC.
No.
Oh shit.
We could. Would you like to talk about AC/DC? I'm down. I'm always down to talk about the AC/DC.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. We can talk about AC/DC whenever you like because I love talking about AC/DC. So Nick Mason, the drummer from Pink Floyd, and now, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering why you're looking at these records over here.
These 3 specific records.
And whether or not you're even asking yourself that or not, we're going to tell you anyway, okay?
Anyway.
We're going to tell you why. Yes. So on this date in 1972, 50 years ago today, this particular record was released. And this is called Obscured by Clouds. This is by a band called Pink Floyd.
Woo! Happy 50th birthday to that record.
Happy 50th birthday. So now...
You know the Floyd that is pink. The pink that is Floyd.
This is an interesting album because as we're looking at this album over here, it comes after this album called Metal by Pink Floyd, which is kind of the end of an era of really obscure insane weird sounds. And
a lot of weird sounds.
It has a lot of interesting, great songs to it, such as One of These Days, but it also has one of their most iconic, weirdest shit ever called Echoes.
Yeah.
Which is a whole
Live in Pompeii.
trip in itself. And
Live at Pompeii, you know that videos, that's Echoes.
You should check that out because that is obscure, off the deep end obscure.
Yeah.
So you're coming out of metal, which is meddle, by the way, as metal. If to mess with someone's plans.
Metal.
And this is obscure as it could possibly get. Now, this what was released today, which is obscured by clouds, is a music. It's a score for a movie. It's a movie score. So now they're writing a movie score suddenly in between the most obscure thing they ever made and what will eventually be known as one of the most iconic albums of all time, which is Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon, you know it.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Have tattoos of it. You've seen the shirts everywhere. It's a prism reflecting light.
Dark Side of the Moon changed so many things, and that one came out the next year, and then this one, Metal, came out the year before. So, so 1 year.
We got 51, we got 50, we got 49. So next year at this time, or not this time, but next year we'll talk about this one.
Yep, that's some anniversary. Oh yeah, so next year's the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, we're gonna have a whole day on that.
We're gonna play a shit ton of fives. We're gonna talk about money.
Yep, money and time.
And money and time.
Money and time, and don't forget to breathe.
Yes. Okay. And time is money. Money is time.
Great Gig in the Sky, though. Ooh. That gets me every time. So this is basically a very interesting stepping stone in the incredible career of Pink Floyd's career. I just used two words back to back, and
that's fine. I said the sticks with the control and the control of the stick. I mean, I did it on purpose.
Words are words. So the thing is, we're here we're here to make music, and so this was a very interesting.
For our words.
This was an interesting stepping stone in the careers of Pink Floyd because they were kind of closing a chapter and beginning to open a new chapter of like a new ground that they just broke. Like they just broke their entire world apart.
It's a stepping stone album, if you will. It's the first step in a new direction, and that direction was the launch of their success forever.
Yes, absolutely.
It's to put it into Rush.
Band from Canada.
Yes, a band from Canada. Prog band from Canada. To compare it to Rush, it's like when they made Hemispheres, and Hemispheres was the end of that crazy what the fuck time period.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, I'm done with that. Now what? Then they made Permanent Waves. This is Permanent Waves. And then what comes after Permanent Waves, their most famous record, Moving Pictures.
Yeah, so
this is Moving Pictures.
At some point the band will hit their stride together. You know what I mean? And you'll just get a couple of records back to back to back to back that like okay, they figured it out, right?
Yes.
So in Pink Floyd over here, they are about to figure it out. This is the last time you're going to talk to your friends and be like, "Hey man, you want to listen to Pink Floyd?" And then someone in the back will laugh and be like, "Get out of here, Pink Floyd. They're weird, those guys." This is the last time that's going to happen because this next album that comes next year is now mainstream Pink Floyd. Like it's everywhere. So
and it's interesting because sometimes you're a band for years, but even though you're a band for years, you're still trying to figure out your sound.
Yeah.
It took how many years? How many fucking albums did Pink Floyd? Because Floyd's been around since like let's say
65.
Okay, exactly right. Mid 60s. This is 70s.
Yeah.
So this is like 10 years.
Yeah, this is
10 years
72.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like almost 10 years into them being a band already. Almost a decade into them being a band already.
I think this is their 7th studio album.
Wow.
Yeah.
So almost 10 years into them being a band, 7 records in, and you're still trying to find your sound.
Yeah.
Until their 8th record.
Yep.
It took 8 records for them to be like, we got it.
Yep.
We got it. Wow.
We caught them.
Same for Rush. Rush didn't feel like they were rushed until Moving Pictures.
Yeah.
And that is a couple of records down the line.
Which is interesting because whenever you start something new, I think it makes sense for everyone. Everyone wants to start off on their best foot, right?
Yeah.
And you want to come out like of the gates hot with the bangers and stuff, right?
The bangers,
but sometimes you just got to start somewhere and know that at some point it'll kick in.
It'll kick in, yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta release, these movie scores.
These movie scores to get to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Everything has a stepping stone, and sometimes the stepping stones are the better albums because you get to see where they are to make that masterpiece. You know, you get to see that raw energy, that oomph, that passion,
that little gabagool, as we like to say.
That little gabagool. The little cheese on the blushka.
Yo, let's hear a song over here from this album.
Ooh, you want to hear a song?
I would love to, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's hear a song.
So just so we can get an idea of the line of obscurity we are walking while trying to still make something that sounds like music.
Obscurity. With clouds.
Yeah.
Obscure clouds.
Also, this is the official music video that we're watching.
And it sucks.
That's on Pink Floyd's page. Like, they released this
it sucks.
as their music video for this. So
music is great.
Bear with us here.
Yeah. We'll do the thing.
It could be better.
Could be better.
It's Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
At some point they also literally.
They didn't get it yet.
They invented the live experience with the pigs and the flying and the everything.
Ooh,
they invented
pigs on a wing.
That's gonna come.
Pigs on a wing.
That's coming up in a few years.
My favorite Pink Floyd album is Animals.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
A great one.
All you need are 5 songs. It's
Yes.
5 songs.
5 songs.
5 songs. 3 different animals or 4 different animals. Pigs, 3 different ones.
3 different pigs and a dog.
Yeah, dogs, sheep.
Yep. And a lot of pigs.
Yeah.
Dog, sheep, and 3 pigs.
Yeah, pigs.
Pigs. The second
Pigs
pig
on
is
the
my
wing.
Yep. Pigs, 3 different ones is my favorite.
That's a really good one.
Pink Floyd song.
That's a whole journey.
I also love the way he says charade because he says charade.
Charade, yeah, charade
Ha-ha,
you are.
Charade you are.
Yeah,
I love it. So British.
mad British.
Mad British.
And yo, I guess that honestly, you could shay whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Shay
You could
all
say it however
day.
you like. Potato, potato.
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato.
Exactly.
Charade, charade. Ha-ha, you are.
Let's do it.
Floyd of the Pinks.
We got Nick Mason on drums over here, David Gilmour on the guitar. We got Roger Waters on the bass guitar over here.
Yes, we got this shitty fucking music video with a great song.
Yeah, they tried. Maybe. They could have tried harder.
They didn't try. They didn't have the money yet.
They have the money now.
Yeah, they have the money now. Not yet. The early years. I like how it's still called the early years.
Yeah.
It's the early years until this came out. Yes. Which is weird that it's the early years with like 7 records in, and it's the early years still.
True. Well, they
That's
have like
deep in your shit sometimes.
Well, yeah, they got like 25 albums, I think. So
They do. They got a lot of records in its early years. For some people, it's not.
You're
Some
right.
bands, it's not. Some bands 5 albums out. Some bands 1 album out.
yeah, that's sad.
Very fast. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. So
Yes.
now, if you've ever listened to Pink Floyd before,
No, never.
if you have,
Yes.
this might not sound like what you expected to hear right now.
It's not.
This is a lot more of the Beatles, the Kinks. This is a lot more.
It's very British, though.
It's very British, but this is not what you would consider to be "quote unquote" the Beatles. As Pink Floyd. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
This would be the Beatles.
This would be the Beatles. You're right. Especially at this time, I expect like some Uma Guma type shit,
Yeah.
where they're like making bird noises
Yeah.
by playing the guitar and like recording it and then doing reverse engineering and making it backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, like, pew, 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 pew.
Yo, reverse.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say this. They did a lot of fun experimentations with
Yeah.
their recording processes.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of stuff that we have now today as pedals because they just fucked around.
True.
Just like Jimi Hendrix.
That is true. They paved the way for us.
They did. Did you know?
So always experiment. Always
experiment.
Have some fun.
Have some fun.
Turn some knobs.
Always. Did you know that distortion originally came from guitarists kind of slashing the speakers on their amps to get a more distorted sound?
Yeah. I think I have heard of that. Okay, interesting.
Very interesting.
Huh. Sounds like a punk thing to do.
It was before punk. Way before punk.
That's awesome.
Slash the little thingies. To give them a little distortion. So you listen to the Kinks, and
Yeah.
it's kind of distorted.
Yeah.
They slashed their amps. There's no pedals.
Oh, wow.
There's no pedals back then.
Fucking
same shit for like the Who. Same shit for like the Beatles.
I'm gonna go listen to
that shit.
I'm gonna listen to Waterloo Sunset later.
Do it. Don't quote me on this, but I think the Beatles were the first one to do it. Because I remember back then the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and the Who were competing for like the heaviest sound. So like they came up with it with like slashing the fucking with a knife, taking a knife to the speaker, slashing a little bit, giving that little distorted sound, creates a little heaviness.
Just trying to keep up with the Who.
Trying to keep up with the Who.
Yeah.
And fucking Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck keeping up with Keith Moon. Goodbye. Try again.
Yeah.
So this is things.
Yo, simple drums,
simple.
Super pocket, and it invokes a feeling, and it's a song. And
this is Pink Floyd. It doesn't sound like it, but it's Pink Floyd. Insane. Insane. The membrane.
Yeah.
Yo, table tennis.
Table tennis.
Otherwise known as ping pong. I can fuck up some table tennis.
I love table tennis. I love playing that. That's a lot of fun. I think I sweat harder playing table tennis than I do drumming sometimes.
Well, I definitely don't because I play death metal.
Yeah, I know.
That makes me sweat. It gets hot up there on stage. You got the lights coming down on you.
Especially red lights, they're even hotter.
Oh, it got like 1,000 degrees on that bitch. It's not fun, but it's also fun. But it's not fun.
You know what I like? We can hear how British they are in the voice.
It's so British.
And usually that accent goes away when you sing. You know, there's so many British people that when they sing, fucking like Adele, like when she sings, you don't know she's British.
You don't know she's British.
Everyone. But like, it's like these guys are like, no, make sure we keep the British part.
Make sure we keep the cheese and crumpets, eh?
So that is accurate.
I can't do a good.
No, that's
British
good.
accent.
I think it was good.
Make sure you keep the cheese and crumpets, eh? British, mate.
So,
I love football too, yeah. Premier League, yeah.
So we have an album that was released today.
Yes.
We have another gentleman who taught us lessons in the world of staying in the pocket as a drummer. Charlie Watts was born today.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Charlie Watts. He passed away last year in August. Very cool. Can't believe you were the first one, but like, come on, I would have lost the house on that one.
I definitely would have fucking lost a giant bet on that. A huge giant bet on that.
Oh my god!
But you know what? When it's your time, and it's not, it should not. And apparently, it's not their time because they're still here.
Yeah, man.
So good on them because they're old and they've lived a life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, they've lived a life. They've
lived a life. They've done.
I can't imagine one day in like that life that sometimes they had.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They've probably done a lot of illegal stuff.
Yo, real quick shout out to Living the Life.
Living the life.
We're
like
out here.
Golden.
We're out here, and there's no wrong and right way to do it. So we're all trying to figure that out.
Shout out Jill Scott.
Shout out to Jill Scott. Absolutely.
Jill Scott.
Fucking if you're a fan of vocals and just like
fantastic. Go home if you're not home. If you are home, listen to Jill Scott.
And then listen to some
amazing.
Nina Simone after that.
Ooh!
Yeah. Back to back. Yeah.
And then just end it with some Sade.
Yo, I actually considered making a playlist today around Sade.
Ooh,
so maybe we'll do that next.
Ooh, get some Sade going.
Yo, Chet, do you think we should make a Sade-centric playlist next time?
I think they would like that.
Do you guys Do you guys like our playlist that we start the thing with? Do you guys like that? Is it silly? Do you like our little animation that we got going on? I know we only got 4 colors, but I think that they're cool. Do you hate it? Do you hate us? Do you Yo, to our one viewer,
we're professionals, man.
I just want to say that to our one viewer,
we love you. You are a light.
Our entire world right now.
Everything. We do this for you.
We do this for you, and give us some feedback. We want to know your thoughts.
Booyah shaka.
Booyah shaka always. And if you're
Booyah shaka!
if you make music out there, we want to hear it. Send us a link.
Hear it.
And if you want us to play it, we would love to play it and talk about
Please
it. Okay.
Do. Syrup in the Fridge.
Send
Gmail.
us some stuff. Send us some content. Send
Syrup
us
in the Fridge podcast on Twitch.
Send us a word. We can talk about things.
Syrup in the Fridge
at
on
infinitum.
Facebook.
You tell us what you want to learn.
Syrup in the Fridge on YouTube.
What do you want to know?
Syrup in the Fridge on Instagram.
And we will do the research for you.
Hit us up.
We are servants of the people.
Servants of the people.
And that's what musicianship is all about. We're all just trying to get better.
So you can do the thing with us so we can all do things together.
And we appreciate you choosing to do things with us together, even if it's just for a little while. Thank you so much for so much. Spending a fraction of your day with us today.
Yes.
If anyone has any further questions, I think
we don't have any more answers, so
we're out of answers. Today's episode has been brought to you by the Tambourine Issue.
Tambourine man, get your tambourine, come on. Hey, tambourine man,
a real quick shout out to Syrup Everywhere. Thank you, Trees. Thank you, Trees, for giving us syrup.
Thank you for choosing our airlines and flying with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Please remember to check your cabins and take your belongings.
And do you clap when the plane lands? No.
Because if you do,
don't.
Fuck off.
Please stop.
Please stop.
No.
Yay, the plane landed.
Also,
oh my God.
You know what's better than
that?
The asshole who gets up immediately as if like you think that we're even leaving this plane in the next hour.
You're fine.
We're not leaving this plane anytime soon, dude.
Don't
Sit the fuck
rush
back down.
onto the plane. Your seat's paid for. No one's taking your shit. You're fine. Don't rush off of the plane.
Yeah,
you're fine.
Just gonna make commotion.
You're gonna be there. You're there.
You're already there.
You're there.
Just relax.
You're there. Relax.
You're sitting.
Relax.
You're sitting.
You're sitting.
Like a bird in the sky. You just flew across nations.
I will say this though. Don't bring your dog onto the plane.
Support.
People be allergic sometimes.
Yeah.
And your fucking animal hair goes all over to the cabin because it's pressurized and staying the same fucking air.
Yeah.
So be courteous. Don't do that shit. Also, like, animals don't like that, right? I don't think animals like that shit.
I don't think
Get
so.
a sitter. Be fine.
Yeah.
Don't bring your fucking dog to California from New York.
Yeah,
all right?
man. I don't.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
Fuck off.
You should not be traveling on planes with pets.
No.
No.
No. No. You want to bring your pet. Take a goddamn train.
Okay.
No, don't take a train. You know what? Just do a road trip. Do a goddamn road trip. We're going to take your pet.
Yo,
bring him in your own goddamn vehicle.
Yeah, they deserve better.
Road trip.
Don't forget to have your pet spayed or neutered. Help control the pet population.
Or don't. Fuck them.
Yeah, or don't. You know.
Make babies.
Just be a good owner. Just treat things with respect.
Babies.
Have you drank water today yet?
If you haven't, do it.
Give it a shot.
And if you haven't watched Obi-Wan, watch Obi-Wan.
Also true.
Also true.
Let's not give any spoilers away.
No spoilers.
No, because we're good people.
Obi-Wan
Don't you
died.
hate those assholes out there who is like, yo, wasn't it crazy when this shit happened? You're like, I haven't seen it yet.
Yo, but wasn't it crazy when Obi-Wan got shot in the face?
Obi-Wan dies in the first minute.
In
comes
the first
back.
minute.
No, I'm kidding.
He's a Force ghost now. Wow.
Yo, I can't wait to be a Force ghost.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I am your father.
Yo, next time let's be Force ghosts.
I like it.
For the
I like
podcast.
it. Okay.
Yo.
I'm Tony.
Yeah.
That's Ish.
I'm Ish. This has been real.
Syrup in the fridge.
And until next time. Until next time, same syrup, new time. We're starting at 6 o'clock.
We're starting at 6 now.
Because you might like that, maybe. And let us know what you like, because if you let us know what you like, we may or may not give it to you.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. Just disclaimer. But we might, you know what I mean? So let us know.
Let us know. Have fun.
All right. Have fun, guys.
You know
stay
the thing. We're gonna
stay
do the
sticky.
Thing. Stay sticky. Hey, if you know the outro, sing along because it has no lyrics.
Sing along to this instrumental song with us.
Yeah, syrup in the fridge. Whoop, whoop.
Syrup in the fridge. We're doing the acapella version. Syrup in the fridge.
Yeah. Whoop, doop, doop, doop.
Talking about pockets.
Syrup in the fridge pocket.
That's a pocket.
Syrup in your pocket. Oh yeah, you're done.
I'll take more syrup in